I am calm. What sorcery is this?
What is up, guys, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to the Chill Zone. That intro is kind of cheesy. But today I'm watching something from a guy that I hadn't watched in a while. I don't know if you've ever had this experience that you stumble on somebody that you absolutely enjoy and you then found out that they don't make videos anymore. Now let me tell you a quick anecdote, right? I used to be a huge WoW player, like competitive level. Then came a time where I started following some other players in the likes of Hengis, Bulen, like a famous warlock player from Sweden. And then was Total Biscuit. Rest his soul. The man passed away. However, I learned of Total Biscuit a lot later than other YouTubers. For some reason, I was not huge on the platform. But for the moment that I started watching his video and then realized that he was gone, that hit me in a very different way. In a similar fashion comes the Russian Badger. Yeah, Badger is somebody that I used to follow in way back in the olden days, and by olden days I mean like 2016, not so long ago, where people were flaming on him because everybody was assuming that he was cheating in Rainbow Six Siege. But the guy is plain awesomeness, and I suppose that this video is as well, because it's about Warhammer 40k and none other than the game's Space Hulk. I have tried a few hours of it and I liked it, and I played the multiplayer. It was something, but knowing Badger, he's going to make things a lot funnier. So let's go.
If you're offended when someone goofs up the lore or talks shit about your favorite chapter of Space Marines, please. Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where peace, happiness, and prosperity have been replaced by war, death, and destruction. Not necessarily in that order, but necessarily in mass quantities.
I will endure 1,000 deaths before I yield.
In the last episode, 9 months ago, we were introduced to the sentient fungi known as...
He plays Space Marines. In fact, quick little notice, I was searching earlier today on YouTube for like Space Marine models because I spotted a mod on Reddit. So I stumbled on an MXR video.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, you probably know the guy, but I wasn't there for the immersion. No, there was a Fallout mod that included power armors, well, the Warhammer ones, not the Fallout ones, and I wanted to know where the source was from. So yeah, essentially I found out that yeah, those models were somewhat extracted from Space Marines, so yeah, cool stuff.
The orcs, the corn-worshipping heretics known as the forces of chaos that make the civilian casualties of World War II look like a picnic.
Skulls for the skull throne!
Blood for the blood god!
List of ornate massacres. This list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it.
And most importantly,
Wow.
the Space Marines of the Imperium of Man, led by the veteran Emperor himself.
We are one in the Emperor and the will of man.
And as
Damn.
much as I'd love to hear about your hyper-intelligent Dark Elder waifu, the dumbass weeaboo space communists, and the rattle me bone robots, you know, stealing your shit this time around are the gene
Mega
stealing
hunker.
tyrants.
Your infestation spreads no farther, alien.
It may sound like despotic deja vu for someone to be stealing your shit again, but that's usually the way these 40k games go. Xenos are either killing something, breaking something, or stealing something.
You have to burn
You're going
everything
to intervene, you realize
holy
your shit is
fire.
fucked, and you may as well blow it all up anyways, and then you blow it all up.
None who live can survive the flame.
Which may beg the question from your perspective, why not just blow it all up in the first place? Like
Exterminatus.
Exterminatus nuke from orbit. And to that I retort,
Because it is the Emperor's will, and also purging is really, really fun, brother.
the Chiefs are doing just that
Oh, yeah.
with your space hulks called the Elethros, and you're the librarian in charge of salvaging anything of value and purging the
what's he
Xeno filth.
called?
Heresy stops here.
Alongside Devastator Barakeel, Apothecary Nahum,
Apothecary-
and
yeah,
Shotgun
Apothecary
Love,
Nahum.
pick up Deathwing,
I loved
the first
him.
company of the Dark Angels chapter.
We are the angels of death.
The whole Dark Angels in bone white armor may be a little confusing, but it's only Deathwing. The rest of the Dark Angels are actually green, even
Yeah.
though The salamanders
Those
are
are also
already
green.
The salamanders are almost always on fire, so it's not that hard to...
Brother, enough with the lore, brothers.
Retribution.
We
is
are
at
the
hand.
sons of
It is
Caliban.
our strength. We are the sons
Oh, yeah.
of Caliban.
Sin is so
Let
cool.
fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance
Just
be your
hear our
song.
songs.
We
We are the angels of death.
and our enemies
Enemies shall fall.
Decked out in
Damn.
Terminator armor, you're larger and more formidable than your ordinary Space Marine, but not so huge that you can't fit through doorways like a menacing full-size dreadnought.
None may block our path.
And you better believe you're gonna need this intimidating armor, because the Gene Stealers you're up against, well, they're not
Wow.
exactly
Ew.
small.
Those SFM models, I assume that's what they are in the way that they are animated. My god, his editing is on point.
By the Emperor, can the Xenos get any bigger?
And you may be thinking, at least I have 2 Dark Angel Terminators to help me.
Wrong.
I know it may be heresy to shit-talk fellow Terminators.
Bold words for someone in assault cannon range.
Delete this heresy.
Heresy. It burns. We heard you were talking shit, brother.
But short of dispensing a few cookie-cutter voice lines and soaking up damage, they are useless.
Of the angels of death. That is like one single Xeno. Steady yourself, brother.
Discipline is their sole strength, as in even if they are on the brink of
Steady,
death,
brother.
they will not heal themselves unless you instruct them to.
Oh yeah.
So if you really want to get heretical, you can instruct Apothecary and
That's
Akuma to
true.
constantly juice himself up with self-heals like a phoenix.
That was really
junkie, and
annoying.
He becomes a Tyrannid Broodlord punching bag while you inflict heavy damage on whatever's attempting to eat you.
Tyrannid bait is not the right word, brother. I prefer expeditionary Tyrannid punching bag.
Your skill tree allows you to make these fellow brothers of yours
No
more
retreat,
powerful,
brother.
yourself more powerful, or grant additional purging abilities, and I sure as shit didn't blow any of it on them.
Yo. Psychic fire.
Brother Barricade, I realize you want better armor, but I can now purge heretics in 3 different kinds of fire.
At least your objectives are simple because you'll usually see a one-word description like fight or destroy off in the distance, and I
Exterminate.
think you already know what the hell you're doing here. So let me save my breath.
The Xenos are coming. We have to exterminate them at all costs.
I'm gonna need more Bolter for this heresy. I'm confused by this heresy, brother. Are the Val Xenos just purging the...
Whoa, what?
Predictably, once this string of objectives is complete, you realize the Gene Stealers lived up to their names by stealing your genes and decided to play
I like the
Mr.
denim there.
Style.
It was impossible to remove the traces of our gene seed from the bodies of the aliens. So Grandmaster Belial vowed to destroy everything instead.
Consider this a clear division in the video.
Our guns have fallen silent, brother.
Because the single player, especially on the
Blood
no mercy
Angels.
difficulty, can be a frustrating, overwhelming with annoyance, and underwhelming with content experience where you feel like a lone guardsman against a legion of Xenos. Let me tell you about the Tyrannids. But the multiplayer is 5 times better, a totally different animal, and it feels heretical even looping it in with the single player. Because
Yeah.
it's a completely distinct experience.
Xenophobia increases.
In a 40k game when instead of saying waiting for players, it's
Oh, waiting for brothers.
Wait.
Wow.
I'm getting too loyal for this shit. Brother. Look at Psycho. He's ready to smack a heretic.
What's up?
Fist
First
bump
of
me,
all, multiplayer
brother.
allows you to play 6 classes instead of just 1. Not that I hated playing a
My
librarian,
face, but I never know what a librarian looks like because I can't fucking read.
but heavy weapon specialty granted me an assault cannon and abilities like zero spread, a devastating mine, and a virtual A10 warthog for an arm.
Assault cannon deployed.
Blood Ravens be like me, an intellectual.
Wow.
Oh, the sights ray.
No,
I
you
think
got
I'd
this.
get
No,
a
you
pop
bitch.
both by all.
Look at
Watch.
him. Look at him.
There's zero accuracy on that rate of fire.
Easy for somebody with a fucking A10 Warthog strapped to their arm to say it.
Run to me, brother. They'll all get fucked if they run into it. Just watch.
Yo, stamina in this thing really sucks.
Apothecaries are important because with half the Tyranids being able to tear through your armor like a Cheetos bag, you're gonna need an answer to your H key, which happens to be a needle drill the size of a baseball bat.
Stimulants deployed.
Wow.
Brother, I needed an apothecary.
I'm I'm in need of healing here, brother.
This Tyranny whispered in my ear. You would do that. You would do that. The apothecary walks up. You think he's gonna heal you. You think he's gonna heal you by stabbing you with his needle. He just punches you in the face. Whatever, I'm going in. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. The cooldown. There, I'm gonna drill your ass.
By the way,
there you go. Hey man, how many fingers am I holding up? Turn off your heavy flamer so I can tell you. Hold on, I'll get you. There you go. Thank you, brother. Tactical specialty was a must-have because he can revive a fallen brother.
Your duty is not done, brother!
An interrogator chaplain is a no-brainer because he can revive 3 fallen brothers, temporarily reflect all incoming damage, and temporarily become invincible.
Look at Chaplain literally too angry to die.
And overall, a force to be reckoned with.
Pain is meaningless to me!
Can I speak to your manager? The point I'm making with all of this fuss about classes is that multiplayer offers both variety and specialization, whether you're looking for something different or you just want to play someone that suits your style. You can move far beyond the librarian of the single player, and Retribution just isn't the same without your brothers.
Brothers, to partake in our crusade is to be immortal.
It's worth mentioning at this point to turn Codex rules on.
Dude, that voice box he
because it is
has.
a far less grindy experience, and more importantly, friendly fire is off. With the amount of heavy flamers we run, I'd say the Codex Astartes does support this action.
God damn it, Leandros.
Yeah, the first thing that you do, of course. Yeah.
The spacebook says this is bad.
There's no need to do that.
It says we can't do that in the Codex. Well, I can't read. Just roast my flames.
Everybody gangster.
It would have been funny if he came from Liberian.
Which conveniently leads me to my next point. Weapons.
I'm gonna need a heavy flamer for this heresy.
In the single player, you've got to use a versatile weapon. You've got big targets, small targets, close targets, distant targets, so much of the arsenal you can't use because it doesn't meet all those requirements. Take the Redemption, for example, the badass scatter bolter that blasts Xenos away in a ricochet of righteous steel.
Death to the enemy!
God, the ragdoll with that is so good, Heavenly.
How many salvation per second does this one fire?
What the fuck?
In the single player, you won't have the range to hit the dudes with Grimdark Panzer Shreks or anything at a distance for that matter, and your brain-dead brethren sure as shit won't notice them, so you're boned due to lack of range. But in multiplayer, you can combine your Redemption with a Heavy Flamer, Spear of Caliban, and Stormbolter for coverage at all ranges. You cover your brother up close while they cover anything at a distance.
For the Emperor!
That's also the reason why Melee is a bit of a joke, because on normal difficulty, I love crushing heretics and merciless retribution.
My faith is my shield!
By all accounts, it was no more than a hulking mass of steel.
But with any higher difficulty, it just doesn't work. Not only because Tyranids specialize in melee combat as apex predators, but so many Gene Stealers can one-shot you, it's paramount to purge them before they get close. Furthermore, damage is localized.
Yeah, localized damage.
Gene Stealer chomps your
Yeah,
right
you
arm,
won't
you
move.
can't shoot, and slashes your legs, you can't run away. So again, melee is a tough sell.
I cannot move.
Hey, at least you can use a power fist with every heavy weapon, so it may not be a sword or an axe, but you can still smack a heretic.
Feel the weight of the chapter's finest. Die!
You get the point I'm hammering at. Every weapon in the arsenal is at your disposal with brothers by your side in multiplayer, instead of a handful of versatile ones in the single player.
Except for the fact that this game was not too well optimized. Like, I have a 2070 Super here. And for some reason, I still had insane frame drops. It was really annoying, especially for an older game. But nevertheless, fun. More fun.
Fun, more purging, and of course, indiscriminate use of the heavy flamer.
Burn in holy fire!
I tell you to stop using your flamer so that I can see. First of all, this is a heavy flamer. Why are you flaming me? I'm right.
My flame does not discriminate.
I'm an equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity purging. Hey! No.
You're like a disappointing mother with like a spray bottle, but instead it's a heavy flamer.
No!
It's heavy for a reason, because the Xenos you're up against I like to categorize as apex predators, suicidal apex predators, and apex predators so large
Oh,
that
yeah.
they can only be
Big
described
boys.
as virtually immortal.
It's a
big boy. It's a big boy. Get out of my way, Clue. Get out of my
Alright,
way.
I'm too chunky.
Yeah. Oh, get behind the
Yikes.
assault
I
cannon.
got you. You'll come up in a second.
No, we'll be fine, Clue. You got an assault cannon and a heavy flamer, he'll go down. There we go. Technically, the Scythe Strain is virtually immortal, and the Brood Lord is virtually immortal and psychic. So, rule of thumb, Cthulhu-looking Xenos are superior to non-Cthulhu-looking Xenos.
What is this?
Get behind me, brother.
Cthulhu fan club out here.
And if it's a tall praying mantis bug-looking thing that just cuts your buddy in half and doesn't go down with an initial burst, it's either a Scythe Strain or a Brood Lord, and you may want to start a
Yikes.
tactical withdrawal because
Those
two
design
more
are awesome,
on their
though.
way.
Retreat now for victory later.
All right, everything you got,
Wide on
everything you
ice,
got to
boys.
the Brood Lord on the right. Just do the one close to the objective. As soon as he gets
It's
here,
so-
Goose, hit your reflect, and after it's done, hit your invincible.
I have to bounce back. I got the reflect damage.
You're honestly not going to be able to see anything. Just keep
Yep,
tanking
yep,
him. We
yep.
got a heavy flamer and an assault cannon just laying into him.
Goose,
It doesn't
what?
matter. if
I
you
can't see anything.
They gotta be so
Calm
chummed.
down.
They gotta be so chummed.
I got you. I got you. You're coming back.
Wow.
One down.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's it. They're
I can't
toast.
see a
They're
fucking
toast.
thing.
When the 20-foot-tall, genetically perfect apex predator gets mowed down by a bunch of dipshit farmers with flashlights. I can rant about the bullshit psychers that can one-shot you with heresy, but I don't want this video to quadruple in length for the sake of Xeno sorcery spaceman.
Religious fueled librarians with heavy flamers. Yeah. That's 40k for you.
I am calm. What sorcery is this?
Yet no matter how terrifying the Xenos you're faced with, they all have a glaring weakness with no known counter. Doors.
This is a point of strategic import.
It may sound weird that doors are the pinnacle of strategy in Deathwing, but deciding whether to lock them, unlock them, or simply power fist them open for a rapid escape is the closest it comes to chess.
I leave only rubble.
You're insisting on a
A quick tutorial on doors. These are the most important things.
That's how you go through doors.
This is gonna keep them out, right?
Yes, if you hack it.
Oh my god.
Close this door behind us. Oh wait, we can't.
Oh,
This
wait.
is where I'd lock the door. If there was one.
Alright, this isn't what we're actually supposed to do now. Come on.
God damn it.
Why are you like this?
Get in here, brother. I'll block it. I'll block it. I'll block it. I can shut
that
it.
shit,
No, I'll get it. Oh, I can hear him right there.
Pretty sure that was the hive tower from last mission.
He is right there, and he is so mad.
He's pissed, brother.
Do not want your Girl Scout cookies.
It should also be mentioned that doors and entryways are the most dangerous adversary in all of the Elethros because they can swallow you without mercy or meaning.
There's a lot of
Oh.
probably in this
Oh,
thing
that
hasn't
seems
opened
fair.
up.
That seems fair. I gotta purge this heresy right here.
Looks like heresy to me, brother.
Yeah, that's a confusing heresy.
Heresy is now airborne. Get this off my screen.
I'll fucking light them on fire though. I don't give a shit.
Open the door. Open the door.
I'm trying.
Brother. Brother.
It's blocked.
So it's just stuck there like a big piece of shit? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Brother, I am pinned here.
If you don't get stuck, you'll experience the best the game
Yeah,
has to
them
offer
bloody
outside of
cathedrals.
the heavy flamer, which is the environment. From the biggest freezer in the universe to the massive cathedrals, holy shit is it ever well done.
Does the architecture bring honor to the Emperor?
Yes, it
Are
does.
we overloading the reactor to purge it all in flame in 20 minutes? Also, yes.
Look at my screen, I'm freezing my ass off.
Yeah, the mechanic
Such a
has
good solution. Brother.
way too willing.
Brother, are you cold?
Brother, I am chilled here. And the better decisions you make, the longer you'll stay alive, the more purging you'll do, and the more renown you'll earn to spend on upgrades like faster reloads, beefier health, and weapons that never jam.
I don't always jam my spirit Caliban, but when I do, it's because the Scythe Strain is breathing on my face.
My
Ooh.
face when I see a hive tyrant and I'm reloading. Resilient increases HP by 30% for each body part. A fellow space marine just walks up and jabs you with the arm. You're still at 100%. Cosmetics are available too, which you can frown upon all
Yeah,
you
and
want,
they are
but you
not
really gotta
microtransactions.
grind for them, and at least they aren't microtransactions.
This skins is the
It's fantastic.
indomitable assault cannon of wrath.
Holy shit, Psycho, that's such a neat skin. Fuck.
Oh, well, thank you.
Traitors doom, destruction's glory, the voice of devastation,
Torment of defiance.
and
Wow.
pain of the heretic. Jesus.
Yeah. Wait, is that...
Wait. I can really ham that up. Just
Bane of the heretic, torment of defiance, traitor's doom, destruction's glory, voice of devastation.
God. Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm glad that I successfully deceived you until the end of the video, because the greatest enemy in the entire game, frame rates. Even
Thank
with a
you,
monster
he mentioned
rig of
it.
An i9-7980XE and a 2080 Ti, I consistently crater to sub 40 FPS from the sheer amount of Xeno filth and heavy flamer on my screen.
Punch them in flame!
The Emperor's finest.
Oh
This
no.
card is gonna break. It's gonna break.
God, are these flames ray tracing enabled?
I still am at 40.
But I'm also glad and most thankful that I had my brothers beside me, because we had Jackal, who knows everything about 40k.
Lionel Johnson is the Primarch of the Dark Angels. The only reason he hasn't returned is because he's literally just asleep.
Jello, who knows next to nothing about 40k.
What is that? That's my ex-wife, Karen.
Karen, that fits.
I'm gonna
I already gave you the alimony.
burn the custody papers. Kids are coming. Can't keep you forever.
And Heavenly, who fits somewhere in between.
Sounds like a bunch of nerds. Blood for the blood god.
That's clearly some heresy.
I hope you had fun breaking heretics in half with me.
Life will not save you, Valzino.
And even if you didn't, we purged them all in flame and bounced on out of there anyways.
Their shelter has become their tomb.
The end. I'd like to extend a solemn RIP to all of the shitters in my Discord that I banned for saying the Deathwing is trash. I don't know. Anybody I ban is the same pile of filth in my book. Damn. That's how I look when I ban people.
Xeno Jazz.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Secondly, I
That is a very disturbing picture. But yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Deathwing. I've played it just a little bit by the end of last year, yeah, around Christmas. I tried it and it was good. I mean, but again, because of technical issues for me, it was an issue. But nevertheless, the game just ran well. Man, I miss watching Badger stuff. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, I also haven't played any shooters in a while. Yeah, that's probably why. But an amazing video from Russian Badger, and if any of you have yet to know who the guy is, I recommend that you go and subscribe to his channel, because I certainly did, and I've checked out some of his recent content, and they are well made. They are well made. But with that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I like some fair criticism, as well as leave a comment below for a recommendation. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.